Good evening, Amity City. I hope your night is going well. Tonight, I'd like to talk to you about something interesting I've been looking into lately. Last night, we talked about wizards and demons, and that got me thinking. What actually is a demon? If you were raised Solitarian, you probably think they're blue creatures with horns who hunt those who fall off the path of following the goddess as a punishment for poor behavior. Like God's police force, basically. However, I can feel the presence of demons, and the whispering I hear has named them as such, and I've never felt the presence of a god. I'm not saying that there isn't one, but I went to a nearby diner yesterday after the broadcast, the Up the Wall Diner in Hatbridge. It's got that classic diner feel with the red booth seats and sticky floors. I spend a lot of time there when I'm trying to solve something. The food is cheap, and the coffee is terrible, and they allow smoking inside, so it's my kind of place. Normally, when I go there after midnight, I'm alone. It's just me, Deborah, or Kelsey. Deb was in her 50s and once dreamed of being a singer. Kelsey is her daughter and is maybe 28. She's been trying to land an audition in the theater district. I know these people. And last night was different. There was a man sitting in my booth. He was tan, with messy black hair and a kind of dorky aesthetic. He was wearing a sweater vest, short sleeve, white button-up, and cargo shorts, despite it being freezing in the city this time of year. I just went to a different booth and pulled out my laptop and started wandering through forums for another investigation, and when I looked up, he was sitting across from me. I asked if he minded, reminding him that manners are important, and he smiled. It was almost a coy smile. Kelsey walked up to the table to take my order and didn't even act like she could see him. I ordered a black coffee, a burger with a fried egg on it. He just stared at me. I asked Kelsey how her mom was. That was my third day in a row without sleep, so I just figured I was hallucinating. She smiled and said the day before her mom had gotten a call. She was invited to Redonian Gems, that talent show on TV. Kelsey said she didn't even know her mom had auditioned, but when she got the call, she was sparkling. Her luck was incredible for the whole day. When Kelsey left, I looked back at the man across from me, who hadn't moved. 8 minutes of pure silence passed. He opened his mouth like the hood of a car. Without moving his lips, he spoke. "You want answers, don't you, Claire?" I asked how he knew my name. I think I should have been unnerved, but I just don't flinch that easily anymore. "You wish to know what happened to you. You wish to know the secrets of this world." I just nodded a bit. My burger had just arrived, so I was pretty focused on eating it. "Want to make a trade?" His head tilted, like a dog does when they hear an odd sound. Frankly, that angered me. Pigeons are so stupid and cute they can convince me to give them a French fry. This guy looked like a jerk, and it wasn't convincing me to listen to him. "What's your soul really worth?" I asked the same question back. What is my soul really worth? That seemed to bother him.
"Very little. You are no magician. Your soul has no magic. It's only worth a little bit."
I asked him who it was worth a little bit to, and he disappeared, dissolving into the air like blood in water. let's listen to some music and get into some ads. Here. This coming winter, Amity... Buy war bonds. 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 This coming winter, Amity City will be in its election cycle once again. Current mayor, Amy Lassiter, has proven to be far too weak on crime, indifferent to the suffering of impoverished boroughs, and detached from the truths plaguing the common folk of the City of Dreamers. This election season, tell Amy Lassiter that Amity City is for its people. Vote for Ian Holt, a man of the people, an Amite through and through. This song is Part-Time Necromancer by Bad Dancer Band. Anyways, that got me thinking. If the demon thought my soul wasn't worth much because I'm not magic, maybe that's why wizards are scared of them. Maybe demons prefer to go after magicians and try to take their magic from them. But that doesn't explain why it wanted my soul, even the little bit that it did. And it doesn't explain what happened to Deb. The woman had just had the luckiest day of her life. She was sparkly, according to her daughter. I just watched the episode of Redonian Gems that she was supposed to debut on a few hours before I started the broadcast. Her singing voice was 400 times better than it had ever been. She was radiant. It was like I couldn't look away from the screen. The hour after her live audition, she died. Hit by a car. I went back to the diner and found Kelsey. She was crying, obviously. But she said her mom only ever wanted all eyes on her. It made me think back to what the demon said to me.
You want answers, don't you, Claire?
What if, by asking the demon for what you really want, it wakes up whatever magic is in a person, making them sparkly and perform at a higher level? Once your magic is awake, the demon doesn't need you any longer, so it just kills you. That doesn't give me a great answer on what the purpose of a soul is. If something wants a resource, there's likely a reason for it. I thought back to what the medium, Jean Schuyler, told me about the Sunless Place, where she claimed ghosts live. She said that the gods eat souls that get lost in it for too long, so maybe, I don't know, maybe a demon needs a soul for a god? In Solitarianism, the religion I grew up in, demons hunt those who have forsaken God. Maybe they're feeding her. This is mostly just conjecture, though. What I do know is that I know very little about demons, so I went on an occult forum that I trust, and I started digging. A lot of articles about demons being divine retribution, that you can call on your neighbor when they piss you off, and rituals to summon one to get revenge for you. I know I'm not supposed to swear on air, so I'm just going to say most of it was incredibly fake. Like, can I summon a demon to kill my wife for trying to divorce me? Levels of fake. Like, Sacrifice a black goat nude under the full moon on a cliff by the coast to offer yourself carnally to a demon. Levels of fake. I kinda just ran out of leads. I could read any religious text that contains a demon, or troll forum posts about sexy demon ladies until my eyes bleed, but everywhere I looked, I was met with walls and lies so dark and so deep that it was like trying to walk to the bottom of the ocean. So I decided to summon one. Look, I did some digging, and I found a really, really deep down post on how you can call a demon to come to you so that you can make a deal for your soul. And I thought I'd figure the surviving part out later. And obviously I'm fine, so let's run some ads and some music. Okay?
Burrito Castle is bringing back its four most beloved seasonal items this winter. Come get a chicken 7-layer burrito or a spicy pork quesadilla. Wash it down with a Faust Energy Peach Pit only at Burrito Castle. Cops, EMTs, and fire department personnel eat free every Friday. Veterans eat free every Saturday. And as always, soldiers wounded overseas and a Rovia or Belvac always eat free. Burrito Castle. Be the king.
Slovenia cigarettes. They're a fine choice in a dirty decade. Anyone who's anyone or wants to be someone is someone when they smoke Slovenia cigarettes. It's all about the face, is it not? And your face would look quite nice smoking a Slovenia cigarette. It's time for a Slovenia.
This song is Ether Cloud by Tarot Cat. Okay, so this is 87.7 Amity After Dark. What's your name, caller?
So are you, like, trying to die or something?
Are people just allergic to introducing themselves?
It's loose.
I'm aware, it's just rude to not answer questions.
You didn't answer my question.
Touché? No, I'm not trying to die.
Are you sure? Because it sure sounds like you have a death wish. That or you're just a Really?
It's gonna cost me $5,000 if I miss the bleep on that, so if you could stop, that'd be great.
Whatever. What did you do?
I went outside of town and I whistled a song in the middle of the night near a lamppost. Some dude showed up.
Listen, I gotta go. It's not my fault if you get murdered by a demon. Or really anyone, just try your best not to get the city blown up or whatever.
Okay, bye, Luce. You're my best friend. Either she really cares or she hates me. Both is always an option. Anyways, yes, I whistled the song, and within a few minutes, it was like I was no longer standing in the street. Of course, I could see the street. I could see the lampposts, the buildings, but it was like the peripheral of my vision was somewhere else. If I focused on it, I could see like a palace, decadent, garish, gory. I was in the middle of a fancy room. The marble tables were all covered in blood. I could tell someone was standing in front of me, but I couldn't see them. Like there was an outline where a person should be, and no person. It spoke.
You want answers.
I almost said yes, but I decided to just ask a question instead. I asked why it wanted souls.
How clever you are. ducking a deal in attempts to get what I would give you if you said deal.
So I simply asked again. My body felt warm, like a fever had just burned through me. My skin felt hot and flush. I think I was hyperventilating.
I don't like clever ones.
Then my vision returned to normal. My body shot down in temperature, and in that moment, I puked on my boots. I had to call my mom to come drive me here. Obviously, I had a broadcast to do. Before my mom dropped me off at the studio, her car radio said something odd. If I can't have your soul, I will be your soul. I asked my mom if she heard it, but she just thought I was having a fever dream in her passenger seat. I heard Kelsey just landed a big role in the theater district. Maybe the demon I met in the diner isn't done. I've got to end it here. Carrie from Great Morning Babes needs the studio in a few minutes. The show after mine is important. She's making an ad for war bonds. And I don't feel very good. Good morning, Amity City. Go get some coffee. It's going to be a long day.
Amity After Dark is a narrative horror fiction podcast by Livewire Multimedia Stories. Claire White is voiced and created by Gwen Fulman. Luce is voiced by Percy. Written by Gwen Fulman. Co-executive produced by Gwen Fulman and Elizabeth Fulman, with music by Gwen Fulman. If you enjoyed what you just listened to, please consider contributing to our Patreon. If you would like updates on this project or any of our other projects, come follow us on Instagram at Livewire Multimedia, on Tumblr at Livewire Media, or subscribe to us on YouTube at Livewire Multimedia Stories. Thank you for listening.